Hi everyone, this is Clarisse Leonin of BSHM2. In this video, we are going to make 4 flavors of cookies. So what are cookies? It is to bake treats, a small sweet, crispy or cake-like pastry composed from flour, sugar, liquid, and fats. It comes from the Dutch term koekje, which means little or small cake. Most of us are staying at home this pandemic year to be safe, right? So we can go to our favorite coffee shops or any dessert places, which is why we will make homemade cookies. But how are we going to make a cookies if we don't have any access from oven? In this video, we are going to make no oven cookies that are easy to follow. So let's get started. In the first part of this video, we are going to prepare the ingredients and the tools that we need to use in making a cookie dough. This is the ingredients and the tools that we use for making a cookie dough. We have 2 1/2 cup all-purpose flour, 1 1/8 cup dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup white sugar, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, 1 cup of melted butter or room temp butter. In 1 block, we have 16 tablespoons, so it is converted into 1 cup. So that's all. And this is the tools that we use for our cookie dough. We need strainer, mixing bowl, wire whisk, and a ladle to mix the ingredients into one. Now we're going to cream our melted butter and dark brown sugar, white sugar. This mixing method is called creaming, which is the combination of brown sugar and white sugar with room temp butter is called creaming. Mix it all together. Mix it all well. It becomes, as you can see, it's also become creamer. Next, we need to put vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, we need the salt, out this sides. let's put our egg. To put our dry ingredients, we need to strain it. Sift it so that there's no bigger pieces of flour. Put the rest of flour, our baking soda, and sift it again. As you can see, there is a bigger size of flour, so we don't need this one. You can disregard it. Next is mix it again. Just like that. And if you want to freeze it or chill it muna in your refrigerator, it's up to you. It's more crispier and more bulkier when we cook if we put it in a chiller. And now let's divide it into four for us to have 4 types of flavor of cookies. Divide it into 4 to have 4 different flavors. Scoop it up. For our first flavor of cookies, all we need is this chocolate chips and our spatula to mix it from our dough base. Mix it well. If this is done, we need to chill it again. Put some cling wrap on it and put it in refrigerator in chiller for about 30 minutes above. plugging in the chiller. For our next flavor of cookies, all we need to do is to put this crushed graham crackers and these little pieces of marshmallows into this cookie dough that we have. So let's put our small pieces of marshmallow and this crushed graham crackers. Mix it all together. Worry about this look later on. If we are going to cook it, we're going to put some on top to look more delicious. So now, if this is all combined, we're going to put it also in our chiller. For our next flavor, all we need to have is white chocolate and sprinklers. Let's mix it all in our cookie dough again. Just mix it until it will combine. It's up to you if you're going to add more sprinklers in here, but for me this is enough. I'm just going to put some on the top if I'm going to cook it in my alternative oven without using a literal oven. Let's put something wrap of it, around of it. For our fourth and last flavor of cookies, all we need to have is coffee blanca, 2 tablespoons of it, and pour it here in our cookie dough to complete our cookie flavors. Mix it well, combine it well, because this is a powder. You need to mix it well. Don't get tired of mixing it. You need to balance taste of the bitterness of coffee and the sweetness of the cookie dough. Okay. So that's it for this one. Then wrap. Chill it. And now we're going to preheat our alternative oven, which is the casserole, with this one in here inside, for us not to have a direct heat from the stove. Close it. Open our doors. And then that's it. let's wait for about 5 minutes before we open it and put this small rice cooker pot as our base for our cookie dough. And let's prepare our cookie dough right now. So for the next part, let's prepare our alternative oven, which is a casserole, and this one is a rice cooker pot. Yes, it's just a small pot, so I think I can put 2 cookies on it or 1. So if you have a larger one for you to use, it's more good, it's more okay than this one. But for me, this is the only one that I have in here, so it's fine, it's all fine. And now let's prepare for our parchment paper for this one. So the steps that you need to do is, so this is our pot, our rice cooker pot, and this is our parchment paper and scissor. This is only the 3 that we need to make a cover for this one. So the steps that we need to do is fold it to make a square. If you're done, cut it up. Make sure your hands is clean because it can contaminate your food if you're not doing some sanitation on your hands. Also, the scissors or the tools that you use should be clean. So this is what I made, a square one. Fold it again, make another fold to make another small triangle, one more, so that's it. If you fold it like this, measure it in here, in your pot, and if you see the center point of it, take it in here and cut through this. And this part. So this is what you are going to have for you to use in here inside of it. So I make these sides for me to use if I'm going to get this parchment paper from here, because it's so hard if I only use this circle one. So I use this one to handle the heat if I'm going to remove our cookies inside. So I have another one for me to use so that it's always continue to bake. So if I bake the other one, let's put it down and this part for the next batch of our cookies. So let's prepare our cookie dough that has been chilled for 3 to 4 hours. So now for our first batch of cookies, which is chocolate chip cookies, all we need to do is scoop it in 1 tablespoon of dough from here. This is chilled for about 3 to 4 hours, so this is enough. Circle it for us to have a beautiful shape of circle. Put it in here. Next again. So this is our first batch, which is we're going to put in our parchment paper. So I'm going to use my bare hands again. Don't worry, my nails is clean. As you can see, it's clean. And I wash 3 times with soap, hand wash soap. Flatten it. Don't worry about the sticky type of this one. It's absolutely fine. Put it in here. As you can see, I'm going to handle this like this one. And let's cook it for about 12 minutes in a low heat. Let's put our rice cooker pot, and we're not going to open this after 12 minutes so that the heat is not going to rise if we open this. So let's wait for 12 minutes. So now let's see if our cookies is ready. Let's open it. Wow! Did you see that? The golden brown around of it is good. So let's take it out from our alternative oven and put it in here. And let's take out our cookies and put it in our alternative cooling rack. So this is my alternative cooling rack, which is the bottom of the colander of mine. Let's chill it for about 5 minutes or 10 or more, so it's become cool down, and let's wait if it's crunchy or not. Or s'mores cookies. So we have this marshmallow as our toppings, our cookie dough. As you can see, it's sticky. S'mores with grey ham. I'm not going to put any grey ham on it now. I'm just going to put some marshmallows. Flatten it again. Let's flatten it now, so that later we're not going to flatten it while it's still hold its shape. Let's continue. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't put the length of my camera because these cookies or cookie dough is sticky. It's hard to use a plastic gloves. That's why I'm using my bare hand. For our second batch, which is the s'more cookies, Let's put some marshmallow on it for our toppings. I choose this different colors of marshmallow for us to have a colorful cookies. It's definitely fine if you can find any colorful marshmallow, or the one that you find only is the one that white color. And for our parchment paper, let's prepare this one. Let's use this to scoop this cookies in our pan because this is sticky. Even though we put it in our chiller, it's still sticky. But it's absolutely fine. There's no any problem with that. And let's put it in our alternative oven again. So this is our rice cooker again. Let's put it down and cook it again for 12 minutes in a low fire or low heat. Let's wait for 12 minutes without opening this one. And now let's see if our s'mores cookies is already good. It's so beautiful. It didn't melt. So let's remove this rice cooker pan to get this slice and rest it. Chill it in our cooling rack. So our next flavor of cookies is birthday party cookies with sprinklers and white chocolate. Let's roll it first for us to be ready while we're waiting for our first batch of cookies, which is chocolate chip cookies, the same as the second batch, which is the s'mores cookies. So let's chill it again in our refrigerator, in our chiller, so that it holds its shape. And let's ready for our next or last flavor of our cookies. And for our last flavor of our cookies, which is the coffee cookies, let's prepare it again, just like the first, second, and third batch of cookies. This is more stickier than the others because it's absolutely no other flavors than coffee or the powder cookie. So later on, we're going to put some chocolate chips on the toppings as the toppings of cookies. Let's chill it first in our refrigerator. Now let's prepare our third cookies. Just like what I said earlier, let's put this one in our parchment paper. This one. Open this one and put our cookies inside. Let's wait for 12 minutes before we open this. So after 12 minutes, let's see if our birthday party cookies is already done. Okay, it's good. Then let's remove it in our casserole. Remove this one. And let's chill it in our cooling rack. And now for our last flavor, which is coffee flavor, coffee cookies. Let's put some white chocolate on it for us to have a balanced sweetness of white cookies or white chocolate and the bitterness of our coffee that we put in here. And let's wait.
A few moments later.
So now let's prepare for our next activity, which is the packaging. Packaging of our cookies helps the cookies to stay crunchy and chewy. It helps our cookie to be more prettier than the exact look of our cookies. And so now let's proceed to our next project. So this is our packaging materials, which is my personal printed stickers, washi tape, a thank you sticker, packaging tape, double-sided tape, cupcake liner, ribbon, paper bag, ruler, pencil, plastic cover, and scissor. So let's start. So now we are done cutting out this mini sticker of us, this one, and done cutting it out. After a while, I finish it. This one, and this one. So let's proceed to our secondary packaging, which is paper bag. All we need to do is to cut a small rectangle in here for us to see the primary package inside while we are displaying this one for our packaging. So let's proceed for cutting it out. Don't worry, I have a trash bin in here, so let's prepare it. After you cut it out, this sides and this one, let's prepare the plastic cover for this one to cover this rectangle that we made. Then let's proceed for other paper bag. You already make your primary, and let's put some ribbon as for the handle here. All we have in here at home is a pink ribbon, rose gold ribbon. So let's cut out. And this is the finished product of our secondary packaging. And for this one, washi tape, all we need to do is put it in here for us to have a design around it. So let's proceed. Now we're going to put this sticker in this plastic bag, in this ice bag. I already put some double-sided in the back, so that's so easy to stick on it. So this paper line, cupcake liner, we're going to use this as the paper wax for our cookies, for the back of it. So let's start. All we need to do is flatten this surface. Let's put our sticker first. This chocolate chip cookies. So let's proceed to our next sticker, which is more cookies. Next one is confetti cookies. So next, this one, coffee cookies. So now we're going to proceed in packaging our cookies in this primary packaging of us. Let's use our gloves so that our cookies is not going to be contaminated with germs. I wash my hands before I proceed in this packaging, but we still need to use our gloves for safety. So now let's proceed to stickers. This thank you sticker to lock our cookies, to lock this, to seal everything. Now let's start. Now let's repack this to our tertiary packaging. This one. That's 3 each. And there you have it. So now we are done for our packaging. Ta-da!